order to plan a bigger meeting. So we'll start to have a series of meetings.
Sure.
And I understand that the Dawah work has been going on in Toronto. Alhamdulillah, I know. And I've heard of a few brothers in different places who are doing things. And but since I'm back on the scene now, I wanted to see whether it would make sense to have a meeting to try to bring together the different Dawah people of different groups, right, in a forum. Because what we did in Cape Town, I was invited to South Africa, by the Muslim Judicial Council. And this is the ulama of the Cape. They're mostly Malay. They're Shafi'i fiqh, and but other types as well. And when apartheid ended, the country was open, but people's mind was closed. So you have whites in one section, you have coloreds. And the colored is Indian or mixed African or Malay. They put them in the colored area, right? And then you have black African. So now it's open, and they wanted to do Dawah, but they did not know how to do this because after many years of apartheid, they were afraid of the white man. They couldn't look him in his eye because of fear. Also, they were afraid to go into the area of the black man because they were very poor, and they were told that it's dangerous in there. So they needed somebody to help them to break the barrier, right? And so then they met me, and myself and Abdullah Idris went there in '97 to a conference, and then they asked us to do some lectures around the country. So then they met me and they said, okay, maybe you can help us because I don't have a problem talking to white people because I'm from North America, so I have no problem. I'm from the black community itself, the African community. My wife is Jamaican, and I lived in Jamaica for 4 years. So I've lived in tough African communities. And they would classify me as colored, because they look at everything by color, right? So there they would classify me as colored, right? So I can go to all three, right? Plus I'm trained in Dawah, and I've been involved in Dawah. So I said, okay. So I started the Dawah department, and we began a series of activities there. And one of the fruits, it's a long story, but one of the things that we did develop was we called Dawah Coordinating Forum. And this one, we brought together the different Dawah agencies. Because we had IPCI of Ahmed Didat, you have a group called Islamic Dawah Movement, you have South African Dawah Network, you have Libyans, people being paid by Libyans, people being paid by Saudis, Rabata, Dawah Lifta. You have so many people doing Dawah. So he said, okay, we need a forum where we sit down and we share our information. That's all. We sit together and we share. So that if you're having a demonstration, or if you're having a workshop, then the other people of Dawah can help you in your workshop, or they can attend your workshop. You see, if there's a united event, some people say, okay, we want to do a united event. We had some groups that were good with literature. They had a lot of flyers like this. Other groups was good with speakers. They had good Dawah speakers. Another group was good with workers. They have a lot of Dawah workers. So we said, okay, instead of each one doing it alone, let's do a joint. So we came together and we did it together, you see, through the forum. So this was one benefit, out of that. Also, when certain issues came up, like when the Qadianis started to do Dawah there in Cape Town, they came to I had an interfaith session, and so we were discussing. We had the Jewish one, the Christian, whatever, and then someone's passing out flyers. So I said to the brother, "Let me see the flyer," and it was Qadianis. So I pulled him aside and I said, "These people don't know you, and they don't know me. But I said, you stand down, because we cannot bring differences in this session here. And we are the Ahl Sunnah. We are the majority. So you stand down now." So he said, okay, but he went to one of the students and he said, "Pass my literature." So the student brought it to me. So I brought it to ulama, and we established workshops, to train the people of Dawah and all responsible people as what is the Qadiani movement, where does it come from, what is the basis of it, how do you dialogue with Ahmadi, what is the strategy you use when they debate debate with you. You see? And we even brought some specialists from the Khatm al-Nubuwah of Pakistan to come in and give us the real hard stuff, how to deal with the Qadianis. So, and then so that way everybody is trained about it, and everybody knows the danger of it. You see? So that way we raise our standard of the Dawah. Secondly, what developed out of this is that we did a national one. So we took it from the coordinating forum from Cape Town, and we went to Durban. And we had a national meeting. And so about 80% of all the Dawah agencies of South Africa came to the meeting. And so we opened up our hearts and we said, okay, drop your agenda. Whatever you think you are. You're Sufi, Salafi, Ikhwani, Tablighi, Hizb Tahrir, Jamaat Islami, whatever. Drop your agenda. This is Quran and Sunnah, Dawah. How can we work together? So we formed a national committee. And we started to do what we call Dawah caravans. Where we had specialized people on this Dawah group. Myself and a brother named Rafiq Hassan from IPCI. He was the head of IPCI, DDAT's group. And a couple other people. So we would go to each section of the country. And we would do a survey, a needs analysis. How many Muslims, who's doing Dawah, what is the office, whatever. And then we would do a public Dawah program to the non-Muslims in the city hall. Right? We show them how to do Dawah to non-Muslims publicly. Okay? And we come with a caravan. So we have our posters, we have everything, and we move in a caravan. We drive in a van, and we have all of our stuff with us. Table, flyers, posters, sound equipment. And so, when we come into an area, we are a road show. We're a road show, man. You see, so we went to every province in South Africa. We went to 35 cities in South Africa. It's the spirit of Khuruj. It's like Tabligh, but it's not to Muslims. It's to non-Muslims. But the spirit of Khuruj is there. So some of the brothers who used to be Tabligh, they came with us because they have Khuruj, right? And they wanted to now not just go to Muslims. They realized that we have to go to non-Muslims, Fard Kifaya, right? So then, to make a long story short, we went all over the country and we did a needs analysis. We made a directory of all the du'at and things like this. And then, so we raised this thing. Also, we started to do Dawah training workshops. Okay? So I have certain workshops that I established. Also, I met a brother, Fadl Suleiman, of The Fog is Lifting, the Egyptian brother. I met him in Bahrain. So I brought him to South Africa. And he does specialized Dawah training, how to answer the misconceptions. That's what The Fog is Lifting. He does a 3-part thing. So we trained about 60 du'at in Cape Town. He went to Johannesburg, he went to Durban, and he training people. Okay. Also a brother named Muhammad Qadir. Muhammad Qadir is the person who does the Discover Islam posters. Remember those posters? Okay, so we brought him in. He also trains du'at. There's also a brother Nuruddin Lemo. Remember Aisha Lemo in Nigeria? Yeah, her son Nuruddin. He's an excellent Dawah trainer.
Sister
International
Lemo's
level.
son.
Yeah, her son. He is excellent trainer, man. International level trainer.
What's his full name?
Nuruddin Lemo. Nuruddin. D-I-N. So what they did, we organized a Dawah summit in Bahrain because they have a Discover Islam Bahrain. Okay, so they organized a summit meeting of du'at from around the world. This is where I met Fadl Suleiman. And they brought in Aziz Ahmed, Dr. Aziz Ahmed from Pakistan, right? And they brought in Dr. Ahmed Tutunji. I mean, these are giants in Dawah. Tutunji. And they brought in Ahmed van Denfa of Germany. Ahmed van Denfa. And Bilal Phillips, Sheik Bilal Phillips, right? And, so we were all there. A lot of people were there. We had a Dawah. And we formed an international Dawah Shura, where we trained people. So, from